Hey, what's up guys? Kendrick Dish here with the Peak Design travel bag. This thing is amazing. It's got so much incredible design and engineering skill going into it. I ordered it on the Kickstarter and I could not wait to get it. I'm gonna do, this is like, I haven't even used it yet. I still got some tags on there. This is not a review. I have not used it, so I don't feel like I can actually do a review, but it's a kind of a first impressions, a first look at it real quick, just to, just because it's going to be a while before I can do a full review on this. I feel like it needs a significant amount of travel to actually give it a good, thorough review. So it might be another month or two before I can even dive into this, but I'm excited to share it with whoever is also on the fence about this bag. So if you're one of those people out there watching, hopefully this video may be a little bit helpful. Anyway, who am I? I'm Kendrick Dish. This channel is all about like digital stuff and the digital life. And I know backpacks are analog, but you got to put your digital shit inside of something. And for me, that's bags. And I kind of like bags. I have a lot of bags. Got a lot of bags back there to review. And I got other bags on this channel that I've reviewed. And, I just enjoy quality materials and workmanship and the craft, and I just carry different things on different times. And so having the right bag, it's a never ending quest, but it also just feels good when you find something you really like and you carry it with you on a daily basis, or you just use it for a trip and it's the perfect thing. And that's kind of what I'm after, is just finding the perfect bag for at least, if not forever, at least for that day, Anyway, that's me, that's bags. Hit like and subscribe if you enjoy that kind of stuff too. But let's dive into this just a little bit. I bought this on Kickstarter. As soon as I saw the video, I was pretty much convinced to buy it. But I ended up buying the entire kit and caboodle, the whole enchilada, I think as they call it. So one of everything. And the whole travel line comes with a bunch of stuff. Packing cubes and camera cubes and rain pouch and a shoe pouch and some tech pouch and a wash pouch and a bunch of pouches. And I just bought it all. I said, just give me all of it, because it's, man, it's just so cool. There's so many other videos out there going into a lot of the details and specs. I don't intend this video to be like a comprehensive review of all of it. Just kind of like, what do I think of it now that I have it and I've unloaded it and unpacked it a little bit. What I want to show you guys first is this. It came in this kind of bag. It came in a regular box in a bag like this. All the different pieces came in these bags. And this bag right here is made from recycled materials, and it's also recyclable. And I think that's just a really cool thing that Peak Design does, is they care about taking care of the planet and trying to build a sustainable practice. And so recycling is a big part of their ethos. And so I just wanted to kind of show what it came in, and I don't need to show a whole unboxing. If you can imagine, stuff just came in a bag and that was it. Now the bag itself on the backpack, we'll start with the backpack of course, and we'll get into the other stuff. But the backpack itself is made from recycled materials as well, and I think that's very interesting. So my notes here, I had to pull some notes. The weatherproof, the whole outside of it is weatherproof, and it's made from recycled 400D nylon, and it's made from recycled plastics. So yeah, this little tag right here says made from recycled plastics, and I think that's just awesome. Man, that's just cool. And it has the texture of it. My friend came over a couple days ago and he was like, I was showing it to him and he was like, what is that made from? And I said, man, it's made from plastic, recycled plastics. And he was like, oh, that is cool. So that is a pretty cool feature of this bag, is the materials they used, is they're trying to recycle as much of it, or use recyclable materials as much as they can. So that impressed me right away. It's pretty big, but it's not as big as I thought. And I'm a big guy, just so you know, I'm like 6'3", and I work out a lot. So the bag itself, I can handle a really big bag. I like having a larger bag, even if I don't fill it, because I just have a big frame, and I want something that kind of feels proportional to my larger size. I can't handle a small bag. It looks like I'm wearing a purse around my my back if it's too small. So having a big bag is good. I don't mind the weight and I don't mind the size. Plus I carry a lot of stuff with me. I'm a photographer, so I always have too much stuff with me. So a big bag is nice, and this is really, really good. So what other first impressions? Man, this thing has like pockets and pockets and pockets. I think like secret pockets. And so one of the things that I don't think I saw anybody else show off in their video was actually that there's a pocket here. At least I don't remember. I don't want to get people mad at me, but there's this pocket here for your identity card or business card. So if you ever lose it, people can find you, and it doesn't come out easily, but Peak Design, you write your name on the card, and it's just hidden right back here on the back. I don't remember seeing that in the materials or the promo video, so I was like, oh, that's a cool little like addition, perfect business card size. So that's one of the little things I saw. And then just the pockets inside of the pocket here, like this is a water bottle holder here, but the pocket inside of here is just like, dang, man, they just thought of everything. That's a good little passport pocket, or just for a snack, or for I don't know what you'd put in there. I don't yet know. That's why you got to travel with these things, figure out what you'd put in there. And this, I want to see if one of the other things I want to do is see what kind of stuff fits in here. So I have let's just do it right now. This is a 24-ounce water bottle, and it's made of metal, but it's firm and solid. It doesn't give. Let's just see how this water bottle pocket does here. One of the other things nobody's mentioned, or don't recall mentioning, is that this pocket is on an elastic. It's like this whole thing is an elastic piece, and so the pocket goes and expands along the elastic strip as like this thing goes around the elastic strip, and that's just pretty cool. It's like a pretty deep pocket. Most backpacks do not have a water bottle pocket that is this deep, and I think that's really cool. I like that. So this is a 24-ounce water bottle. I do have a 40-ounce water bottle, and I really wanted to see how this would fit in here. So let's take a look. It really fits well. It's on this side. There's a little bit of elastic or spandexy kind of material here to give that pocket some stretchability, and I feel like I'm pushing it right now. I feel like if I did that for too long, I would cause some strain here. But for once in a while, or it's probably okay. I feel like it's probably okay, but I feel like it's definitely pushing the boundaries a little bit. But any pocket that has this giant water bottle in there is. I haven't really found one that really loves this size. The North Face Surge Transit fits just fine in that one. Has a humongous pocket. So, okay, now, so as a photographer, I really want to see if the tripod fits in this tripod pocket, water bottle pocket holder as well. So I just kind of want to take this thing and kind of shove it in there and see what happens. I don't know. I think it works. I think it works, but it scares me a little bit. I think what might be a better approach is just putting in two sides here. So doing something like this. I think doing something like that would probably work a little better and wouldn't scare me as much. Now, of course, this backpack is designed with photographers in mind. It has these lash points all over the place. And it comes with, like, this is another genius thing, a little magnetic pocket here. You lift up and you've got some straps, some lash point straps. These things just hook on to the lash points. So since I've got a tripod here and I want to make sure it's not going anywhere, I can just latch it in to here. Of course, this is a little too long, but I think I can shorten it. Okay, so once you got your tripod in there, you can kind of lash it in there. And I feel like that's not really gonna go anywhere. I feel like that's pretty darn like secure. So already I'm impressed. We got this quick access pocket here. I just want to see how deep this thing is. See what it looks like if I put some sunglasses in this pocket within the sunglass case. Is it gonna fit? Is it gonna zip shut? Can you tell? It looks just fine. There's no issues there. No issue at all. I still got a lot of room for, let me see if I can fit another pair of sunglasses in there. Okay, it's not gonna work. 2 pairs of sunglasses in a hard shell is too much for this guy. But it's actually a little like, feels like there's a little bit of stretchy material in there. It's not like a fleece or a velvet or anything like that, but I feel like it's not gonna scratch my glasses either if they were in there without a case. Moving on, the handles feel really solid and the stitching feels like super solid. Like, you can't really tell from this view, but this is super well stitched in there. It's not going anywhere. These handles are they're a little like kind of hidden underneath the water. So if you got some in here, you're not gonna be able to grab it by the side, but this back handle feels really good too. One of the things I wanted to test for you guys, for me and for you, is I want to see how well this fits on the luggage. So I brought, all right, you can see that it seems to fit. Seems to fit really well, actually. Plenty of space. It fit over the handle just fine. I feel like wider handles would work as well. And it feels, with the square as boxy as this bag is, I feel like it sits on top of a piece of luggage or roller luggage pretty well, actually. And then when you want to lift it off, you got this handle here. No problem at all. This thing has 4 ways of accessing it. You can access it from the back, from the side, from the front, from this side. Most of the time, I think if it's set up as a camera bag, you're gonna want to access it like this or from one of these sides. Right now, what I've got in here is the medium and the small camera cubes. So I just want to pull, like, they fit in here really well. And I wanted to see how much other room I might have in there for maybe the wash pouch, the tech pouch. See if I can fit the tech pouch in at the top up here without, since they're empty, I feel like it's a tight squeeze, but it depends on what you have in here. How tightly are you packed? But it kind of does fit. So it's like a half cube. Like, they use these 1, 2, 3 cube measurements. So this is like a little bit like a half cube. It actually fits in there pretty well. If you don't have this kind of super packed, I think it would work. I think it'll stretch. I think the bag will give a little, and you could fit. That's a pretty healthy amount of stuff you got in there. So that's pretty cool. How well does the laptop go in? That's a 13-inch MacBook Pro. What you can kind of see here is that first off, this thing lies open all the way. So if TSA lets you do it, you can slide it through like this. I have mixed theories on that. I have TSA pre-check, so when I roll through an airport, I generally don't have to take my laptop out anyway. And then when I do have to take it out, I have to take it out all the way. in a separate container. So I don't think this is, anyway, let me know in your comments what your experience with that is. But there's a section here, so your laptop's not on the floor, doesn't hit the floor, or hit the concrete, or hit the ground, or hit the puddle, or whatever. And I just don't, I'm not sure it's gonna slide around much in here either. I feel like it's a pretty good pocket. One little Velcro thing here, gets you up. Oh my gosh. There's another thing I somehow missed. There's an iPad pocket here. I didn't even know there was an iPad pocket. I guess I overlooked it. So inside of this right here, there's a fabric pocket with a Velcro for putting in an iPad, or maybe a whatever else, a magazine or something else. Slide that in there, and you got your tech good to go. Let's see how well it zips up with all this stuff in here. It's pretty overstuffed. That was, man, that zipped up really well. Anything that was showing me stopping was me doing it, not the bag stopping. But it's got this really nice aqua guard or weather guard over this main zipper. I don't feel like there's going to be any rain getting in there. This is a really nice weather guard here. So I guess, like they said, it's waterproof or weatherproof is what they call it. Nobody's getting in there. No liquids are getting in there. That is nice. So there's just one other thing I really wanted to look at. When I opened the bag at first, I was looking at it. I realized something interesting, and that is that in here, of course, you got your organizer pockets. These things are awesome. This thing actually has a little bit of depth. I like the material on this. This feels really cool. It's not quite a normal mesh. It's more like a plastic. It's more like just a plasticky kind of rubbery. Like, I feel like it's super tough. But it's mesh. It's like a see-through, or it's like a, I don't know. And then inside of here is organizer pockets as well. So like some little like pens and pencils, and maybe some business card. You put your business cards in here and some pens. Man, that's a nice pocket right there. But what I really was kind of surprised by from a design perspective was that if I put something, let me just do it. Let me put my ever important field notes inside. Let me put my field notes in this pocket right here and zip this up. Okay, now let's say I'm out in the field. Of course, this isn't super practical, but it's an interesting design concept. So I'm out in the field, and I've got my backpack kind of open like this, and I want to get to my field notes. Like if these camera cubes are like locked in here, it's not gonna be worth it. But if you just have some clothes in here, or the camera cubes aren't latched in, then I can actually access my field notes from right here. I can get in from the back side and pull out my field notes, or whatever's in these pockets right here. And I just think that's really pretty cool, is that it's got zippers on both sides of this pocket, so I can access materials from either side. And I hadn't seen anybody else talk about that yet, or I haven't noticed when they did talk about it. And I think, man, that is just cool. And of course, you guys might probably already know that this little pocket right here opens up all the way and folds down, and you roll it up and you actually have this nice little pocket. I don't know how much of this you guys can see. There's actually a little pocket on the base of here, a storage pocket for this little flap. So if you're not putting anything in those pockets, let me just hide it away real quick. I mean, it's hidden away in there. And then you can access what's in these pockets from here, or more likely you can access your camera gear from the front. So let's say you're somebody who likes to set your camera bag down and you want to access your, oops, that's not it. You want to access your bag from the front, pull out your camera gear like this, you can do it that way, or from the back. And I mean, I'm just like, the design genius of this is, it's just super flexible for however you want to travel. Different people like it different ways. And so having the flexibility to do it however you want is pretty amazing. I think pulling it around and accessing it from this pocket as well, which I lost track of where I am. Opening it from one of these pockets as well. Like, I haven't carried my camera bag like that before, but I can see the value in it, and I think it's a really cool way to try it. So I'm going to definitely give it a shot and see what I think about having my camera just able to come out of that pocket like that. I think it's really a good concept, and they did a really nice job with just thinking about how this bag was going to work. Okay, so obviously one of the other things I wanted to test is how does it feel to wear? And I have not fully loaded this thing up yet. I don't know. I haven't put camera gear. I haven't put anything else in here much except what you've seen. And so I don't really know what it's like to fully carry. But I did put it on as a backpack, and I wanted to see how comfortable it was. And I'll be honest, I'm a little concerned because these straps feel really thin. And I think if you got a lot of weight in this bag, like a lot of camera gear, like I'm probably gonna have a lot of camera gear, then I feel like it may hurt a little bit. It may like not be very comfortable. And then the other thing I noticed is that like once you put a backpack on, you kind of want to cinch the straps up. But these things are not like cinchable really. They don't cinch easily. Like maybe if I get some weight in the bag, it will work better, but I feel like it's the way these clips are, the way these little harnesses are designed, it's not easy to like to slide that up. It's like kind of like you got to kind of be real careful with how you do it, and it takes two hands. So maybe not the end of the world. Maybe once you get your yeah, it's like, I don't know about that. Otherwise, it feels pretty good. It's got this sternum strap that I probably won't use, but it feels like a well-engineered solution for that. Again, I'm 6'3". It does feel like it kind of feels like a box. I looked in the mirror with me wearing it earlier, and it feels like I'm wearing a box on my back. It's just super squared off, and it's like, since it holds its shape with or without anything in there, which by the way I think is a positive. I love the fact that like this whole time it's just been sitting here, and if I set it on the ground, I don't feel like it's gonna fall over. It's not gonna fall this way, that way. It just feels like it's just gonna be standing there right where I left it. And it's hard to find that in a bag. Most backpacks don't have that unless they've got a lot of structure to them. And of course this guy has a lot of structure to it, but also has a lot of openings and access. So it's kind of the best of all worlds. So obviously you guys know about the clever back design here. But one of the things that kind of surprised me was just kind of how kind of puny the waist belt actually is. These hip straps, these hip guards, they seem okay. Like I'm not too worried about them, but just this strap right here, like once you get it around your waist, it's just kind of these little, like, it hooks in like that. It doesn't have like these kind of big solid clasps, and maybe that's good because it maybe you don't want it to dig in. That these straps are like so small, and they might just cut into a little bit. They might cut into the skin a little bit, or like I have a gut, so it might cut into my gut a little bit. And that's why you do a review, so you can actually figure that out. So this is just kind of a first impressions video, not a review. But we'll see how it goes. Now, I want to dive into a couple of the other I want to see what some of the other stuff it came with. Medium. No, this is a small camera cube. The way they got these designed is you can just kind of rip them open. There's not a whole lot to talk about with these camera cubes. They seem solid. And I feel like they're going to work just fine. There's not a lot to them. I mean, I'm sure Peak Design would say there's a lot to these, but they do have the lash points on here, and you know, they've got the magic shelf thing that everybody loves. So we'll just kind of see how that goes. I don't have a plan for how I'm gonna do this. I will say that one of the things that I loved about these things was that as a first impression I really like is this Velcro pocket. Like this guy right here. Like, how come this is the first company that I know of to come up with this little like pocket that you can just stick somewhere? How come all the camera bags they have these Velcro dividers? How come this is the first time we're seeing something like this? I feel like it's way overdue, and maybe this is just the start of what can be done. These little pockets, little Velcro pockets, you just kind of stick it in there, and there you go. You've got I think it feels pretty perfect for filters. I might try and put some filters in there. I do want to see how this is the XT3 with a 16-55 lens on there. I just wanted to see how it would fit. I don't think it does not fit like that. I think I would have to put it sideways in there like that. And that does fit pretty well. And I could probably fit, this is a 10-24. I don't think, well, I don't have the dividers in there right for this, but it does kind of work. It does fit that way. No real super high expectations on these. Just expecting them to get the job done. The zippers seem fine. Handle here seems fine. I have a leash I could try. Like, I've seen, they design these in a way so that you could actually carry them. You have a messenger style carry. I don't know who would do that, but maybe in a pinch, or maybe you're just really trying to save on packing, and so this doubles as a day pack. But I also have the medium camera cube, and I have the large camera cube. So the website says that the capacity on the smaller one is 6 liters, and this one is 12 liters, and this one is 18 liters. But when I put this thing in the 40-liter backpack, it takes up almost the entire space. So I'm not really sure how that math works. Maybe there's just maybe all the padding takes up space, and plus the other pockets. I don't know. But if they say this thing is 18 liters and it pretty much fills the pack, maybe somebody can explain it to me. Here's another test I wanted to run. I went ahead and bought the whole enchilada because I was thinking that I wanted maximum flexibility when I travel. Sometimes I want to throw camera gear into a roller and throw my clothes in a bag, and sometimes I want to throw the camera gear in a backpack and throw the clothes in a roller. So I just wanted flexibility on how I did that, and I really wanted to see if if this guy fits into a roller. So I'm just gonna run that test real quick. All right, so I got a regular old roller suitcase here. It's kind of on the smaller side, actually. There's definitely bigger rollers. I just wanted to see how it fits. So it sticks up, it definitely sticks up out of it a little bit. So of course you got some extra room on this side, so we'll throw that over. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna zip up just fine. I can't tell which is which. I feel like because this has, I can hear the pills in it. I know it's the wash pouch, and this is the tech pouch, but they look so similar just right at first glance. And I know they're a little, like, they're actually a lot different, but this thing is just a marvel of engineering itself, and it has so many pockets in here. I counted, it's got 20 pockets in this little bag, and I mean, it's a ton of little organizers. So I don't know how I'm gonna use this yet. I have been, in the past, I've carried my cables around in a bag like this. So I'm looking forward to transferring this to this and putting my MacBook Pro charger in here, maybe not. I don't know. And then, and just being organized, like, that's pretty cool. This thing it's pretty big. You know, sometimes you don't need that much, and it's also pretty fat. Like, if you look at the size difference between these two, like, this kind of, you can get it into a bag and it can curl and move and flex and fit and in all sorts of different kinds of pockets in different places. But this guy, this is like thick and fat, and is just going to kind of sit there. But you're gonna be organized, so consider that trade-off. The outside zipper here for the phone to go in is pretty nice. It also has these little eyelets for putting in the leash system, so that this actually becomes pretty much like a little purse. You can kind of wear it on like that, or you know, like you just have it. I'm not sure why the handle is right here. That seems like it's in the wrong spot. There's one here and here, and it opens. Like, if I open the zipper and then try and hold it by these handles, then everything falls out. So I'm not sure why the handles are not up on this side, like right there. Why isn't there a handle right there? So then you can hang it on something, kind of like the wash pouch. The wash pouch has a little hook built in, and it kind of, you hang it like this. But why, like, if you're on an airplane and you want to hang this on your like airplane seat or your tray table, or you're in a hotel and you just want to hang this wherever, like, this seems like, I don't know why they didn't put the handle right there. The wash pouch, man, this thing is definitely replacing my old one. I had another one that I used and was fine with it until I saw this thing, and then I had to have this one. It seems really great. They thought of a lot, including, what I really like is this, like, the toothbrush pouch is like separate, and then also, like, you can wash it out. So as your toothbrush leaves a little, hopefully not too much gross stuff in there, but you can just wash it out. It's got these little, like, you're not gonna be able to see from here, but it's got these little handles that you just pull it out like that, and it kind of brings the pocket inside out so that you can wash it easily with water. This is kind of a real smart little design thing, and it closes together with magnets. Keep that toothbrush nice and clean. The thing that, like, kind of blew me away, there's a couple things that blew me away about this. Well, the one major one is that I'm gonna have to get some B-roll of this because it's too hard to see. But in the section between, like, this pocket, between these two pockets, these two mesh pockets right here, I'm just gonna come up to the camera. The pocket between these two mesh pockets here, there's another pocket right there. Like, see that? There's a pocket right there. So it's a pocket, pocket, and then where they sew together, they're like, well, let's make another pocket. And that's like the perfect place for some Q-tips. Man, just kind of a really, like, next level thinking. One of the complaints I have about this thing right off is I just kind of threw some stuff in here, but I don't think just a normal, like this is a normal size deodorant. It doesn't fit into this pocket right here. I can't get it in. And it actually, okay, so that's it. I don't have a pocket for this deodorant. Once I get it somewhere, it just kind of floats. So I don't know. It, like, if I have enough stuff in here, it'll stand up on its own. Maybe I can get it in to this pocket. No. I'm having trouble finding a spot for this. So I'm just not gonna wear deodorant, I guess. I'm just kidding. So this thing is really cool. I look forward to using this thing. The hotel hook, it's kind of a weird little, just the idea of it is a little weird that you just have it hanging there like this. It has to, one of the things about it is it has to hang, like you have to kind of hang it like, it doesn't have a pivot rotator like this. So if you're hanging it on a coat rack, or like, I mean, a bar, like a shower bar, like, you try and hang it like this, your bag's gonna go sideways on you. Anyway, I just feel like they could have put a spinny joint on this thing so that your bag can hang whichever way you want the bag to hang, not just like this. So it's a cool concept and I like it. Maybe version 2 will be a little smarter. I challenge you, Peak Design. Not that you're not smart enough. And then the outside pocket for the razor, that's really smart. I don't guess I put my razor in there. But these things are cool. I wish there was something to tell them apart, maybe a little differently. Now the packing cubes, we're hitting the home stretch here. The packing cubes, these things are just smart. They feel really nice. I don't have them loaded up yet. I haven't really put anything in there, but the zippers feel solid. The zipper handles feel really good. I don't feel like I'm gonna have any problems with those. The material feels good. The fact that you can have two sides with this other zipper kind of filling up the space as well, that seems pretty cool. Man, these are just, I look forward to using these, but I already had packing cubes, so it's not changing my life that drastically. I did put some shoes in the shoe pouch. Now I wear size 13 and sometimes, depending on the shoe, size 14. These are size 14 shoes, and there's a pair of tennis shoes in here. And you can kind of see that there's room for maybe some flip-flops or maybe another pair of really compressible shoes, like something small. So not another pair of tennis shoes and not another pair of dress shoes or something like that, but maybe like some boat shoes or maybe some flip-flops or some sandals, and actually would work really well. This is actually really cool because then you can throw your gym shoes, if you're going to the gym, just throw this in the backpack and you don't have to worry about your shoes getting all over your work clothes or your dirty clothes, like, you know, getting it, you know, whatever. So anyway, that's pretty cool. I like that. Excited about that. The rain pouch, I just like the fact that they designed this to go into a certain pocket on the thing. I haven't tried it yet. It's all nice and tucked away, organized in here. I don't even want to open this thing because it's so folded up nice and neat, and I'm never going to be able to fold it up like that again. So I'm not even going to open it. I'm just going to latch it into the bag and just wait till the day I need it. So I think that's most of the stuff. You know, if there's any questions you guys have about the bag, feel free to ask me. I'll try and answer. You know, and I'm going to try and use it a lot over the next couple months and just kind of give it a good thorough testing so I can do a good review on it for everybody. That's it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe. I do other bag reviews. In fact, you can see this whole pile back here is bags, camera bags and travel bags. I'm doing got some slings to go over. I've got some Timbuktu backpacks that I've been looking at and got ready to go. I've got a Patagonia bag that I carried with me for 5 weeks in Europe and used as a suitcase. So anyway, bags, camera gear, software, some vlogs about being the life of a photographer and a videographer. So I've got like a lot of stuff going on, and if you guys just are still with me and you still like what you see, then just hit subscribe, give it a thumbs up and like it, and otherwise I'll see you next time.